Good Wednesday morning. Thank you for allowing me a few minutes of your time today to share with you some Wednesday words of wisdom on the World Wide Web, or WWW on the WWW. It's a busy time of year for professional sports teams, especially those in the National Hockey League and the National Basketball Association, as the playoffs are well underway and the teams are striving to reach their goal of winning the championships. In our neck of the woods, the Boston Bruins in hockey and the Boston Celtics in basketball are in the thick of things with their opponents as they strive to win in hockey the Stanley Cup and in basketball the O'Brien Trophy. As it's playoff season, the teams pull out the stops and do whatever is necessary to continue winning to get to their goal of winning the championship. Pulling out the stops, meaning, if necessary and if possible, playing with injuries, changing their lineups, watching films of the other team more often, more intently, analyzing the games more thoroughly, those sorts of things that go into whatever it takes to get to the championship as they pursue victory. Well, it's a reminder for us in the spiritual sense that we are called to pursue the things of God, to pursue living the way that God would desire us to live as holy men and women of the kingdom. In fact, the Bible tells us that we are to pursue the things of God, that we are to, in a sense, pull out the stops and go all out to live as the Lord would have us. And in 1 Timothy chapter 6, we see where the Apostle Paul wrote to a young man named Timothy and warned him about the things of the world and told him to flee those things and instead pursue the things of God. And here's what it says in 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 11. He says, "But you, Timothy, being a man of God, flee from all this," meaning flee from the things of the world, flee from evil, say no to sin and evil and false teachings and things contrary to God and his word. Flee from those and instead pursue righteousness, godliness, faith, love, endurance, and gentleness. Pursue, go after those things of God. Make it your priority, make it your aim. Just as the teams in the playoffs are making it their priority to pursue the championship, that's what we are called to do as well. In fact, the word pursue there actually means to intently strive for, to intentionally and intently press on to reach your goal, to strive to reach your goal. It almost gives the idea of chasing someone on foot, a foot race perhaps, where you're pouring all your energy, all your stamina, all your effort until you're almost exhausted in running that race to reach your goal. Well, we are called in the spiritual sense as followers of Christ to go all out for him because he has gone all out for us. And Jesus continues to pour all his goodness into our lives. It's interesting here, the contrast that we have to note, because as Paul told Timothy to pursue, to really go after the things of God, he's in the same sentence, or the same passage, I should say, actually telling Timothy to intently say no to the things of the world. He says flee. So the word flee, it means get out of there, avoid that, do whatever you have to do, say no at all costs. Not going there, saying no to those things of the world, and instead pursue with striving and your maximum effort the things of the kingdom. It's no secret that we have worldly ways. Our world is filled with worldly ways, meaning things contrary to God. It's been like that ever since the fall of humanity. But it does seem like recently that the ungodliness that we see around us is increasing all the time. That shouldn't surprise us because the Bible tells us that there will be an increase of wickedness as the days go on. So the call to pursue the things of God and flee from the things of the world is more urgent than ever. Of course, it takes responsibility on our part. That's what the Bible says, that we too are called to flee or say no to the things of the world and pursue the things of the kingdom. But a part of that pursuing the things of the kingdom means that we also have to avail ourselves to God, to allow Him, or in a sense, give Him permission, if you will, to work in our lives, to work in our hearts, to change our priorities, to change our motives, to strengthen us and empower us to say no to the things of the world, because we really can't do that on our own. We need the infilling of the Spirit of God to empower us, to purify us, and to enable us to say no, no, and to flee the things of the world and instead pursue the things of the kingdom. So I pray that today and in the days to come, and really every day, that we'll join together in pursuing the things of the kingdom, striving for them, pressing on with everything we've got, and allowing and asking God to help us along that journey. And that at the same time, we will say no or flee the things of the world. So I pray today that as you pursue the things of God, that His word makes a great difference in your life today, and that you have a great and blessed day.